Yes, yes. I'd like to welcome everyone to the African Healing Podcast with Dr. Sherry Mamjara Tao, coming to you live from New York. And I was born in Jamaica. I'm a nurse doctor, born in Jamaica, currently living in New York and relocating back to Africa. So my dream is to live on the African continent permanently. And thank you for being here with us, Mr. Jibrin, Inuwa.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma. Yes, ma.
So we're here to get the party started for African Bodyguard Week celebrations. And you were so gracious to, visit with us today and be on the podcast, the African Healing Podcast with us. So we'd like to welcome you. Yeah, can you hear us good? Can you hear us well? Welcome to the podcast. Yeah, we can hear you. Welcome to the podcast. Introduce yourself to our viewers.
You're there?
Yes. Tell us about what you've been up to.
Yeah, I'm having some calls. Sorry. Hello?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having some calls.
Yeah, connection problems. But Mr. Jibrin Inuwa is a civil engineer. He's a 4-time kickboxing gold medalist, a professional mixed martial arts fighter, and he's an actor who played the lead role for Tali in the African Bodyguard movie, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us more about your achievements.
Yeah, actually, I'm a martial artist. That's the first thing. Yeah, and I'm an MMA fighter. Yeah. I'm 4 times kickboxing gold medalist and 2 times national kickboxing gold medalist. I mean, Nigerian Olympic gold medalist.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a Muay Thai champion too. Yeah. So then I have a record in MMA of 4-1. That's 3 wins, 1 loss only. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
All right.
Yeah. So again, I'm a civil engineer. I'm now running my master's in structural engineering.
Oh, wow. So you're also an engineer.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So we have lots to talk about today, but before we continue, 1 second. Yes. We got to let everyone know we're here to knock someone out, okay? If they're not going to cooperate going forward. This is Mike Tyson's theme song, okay, for fight night. So we got to let everyone know we're here to fight.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and I was told that you are half Hausa, half Fulani, all African, and you're from the north of Nigeria, right?
Yes, Kano State.
Yeah, so, but you pursued your education. A lot of times people say, people in the north don't want to be educated. What made you want to pursue your civil engineering degree and to be a martial arts champion?
Yeah, actually, from the beginning, is my dad was a boxer also, and he's an engineer, but a mechanical engineer. So initially, every child wants to be like his father. Sometimes some people want to be like their mother, especially the females. Once if the parent lay a good example, now you see your parent as heroes sometimes, But for me, my father is my hero. You understand? So, yeah. So he was he's a mechanical engineer. Yeah, and then he was a boxer. So when I had that, then I said, no, I have to replicate that. I have to be like him or more.
Wow.
So that was my motivation. Yeah.
Yeah. So The African Bodyguard movie was filmed by J. Leo Films, and J. Leo Uche, he is a trainer. And did you ever do any training with him?
Yeah, I'm his grand student, you know. I'm his grand student, you know.
Right.
Meaning that his student trained me.
Okay, okay.
You understand? So,
Right.
and he also trained me,
Right,
you know. Yeah, and he's my mentor actually, again.
right.
Yeah.
So Director J. Leo, he's a 5-time national martial arts champion, isn't
Yes.
he? Yes. And he's also a trailblazer because, and he's a very unique case individual. He's a very unique individual because, you know, when he was a little boy, for some strange reason, the universe would have it, a Chinese man comes to his village. He's the little kid that's very sick all the time. Everyone's playing and doing things, but he can't. And this Chinese man trains him, right? He's the Chinese man, he's a sifu, a sensei, I think a sifu, that's what they call it, right? And he's a grandmaster, and he trains J. Leo. J. Leo becomes a sifu. He's a grandmaster, and then he brings his art, the martial arts, to the big screen.
Yes, sure.
And we don't see this every day. African men doing martial arts, doing it well, and you know, just change. They're just game changers, right?
Yeah, sure, sure.
And here's this director, J. Leo, who's also a musician. He's a movie producer, director. You know, and here he is, you know, bringing this to the big screen. So I just want to let our viewers know how important this is, and how, you know, this is really a big deal. I want to just read what they wrote about you, right? When you won your championship. And this was just last year, right?
Yes.
You won the championship in Nigeria last year. So they said that, you know, Mr. Jibrin Inuwa Baba is in the lightweight category. I don't know how that happened because you look like a heavyweight to me, but we don't need heavyweights doing martial arts, number one. Number two, it says they needed 3 rounds. You needed 3 rounds of hard punching, takedowns, and strong locks to crush your Togolese opponent.
Yes. Sure.
And you won by unanimous decision also to see Aramandu Bamiki out the door.
Yes.
And, right. Your victory earned a lot of applause from the fans in the arena as you brilliantly dealt with your opponent and made him look like an ordinary guy off the street. So, right. So then they go on to say that there's a gentleman, Usman. Do you know him, the promoter?
Yeah, Kamaru Usman. Yes, sure. You were the former UFC champion.
Wow. We got a lot to talk about. So anyway, he's over all of Africa. The name of his company is organization, All of Africa Championship, right? He's working to bring together the best mixed martial arts fighters across the continent to compete for the title of African champion. So he says, Mr. Usman says, the goal is to unlock the global partnership that would create jobs and opportunities for young African athletes by developing a thriving mixed martial arts scene on the African continent, right?
Yes, sure.
And one more thing, he says, our goal is to promote mixed martial arts in Africa, provide a platform for young fighters to showcase their skills on a global stage. We are committed to empowering African fighters by providing them with necessary resources so that they can succeed. So you are a success story. We're looking at a success story right now, aren't we?
Yes, very sure. Very sure.
How do you feel about that?
I feel so nice. Yeah, I feel so, you know, I feel great. I'm happy about it, you know, because now he gave us, you know, hope in whatever we do. You understand? Because even right now, as I'm talking to you now, I'm in a hotel. We are going to fight on Saturday. I'm having another fight in this championship. You understand? So this will be my third fight in the organization.
What part of Africa are you in?
I'm in Nigeria now, right now.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah,
So,
but Lagos.
You're in Lagos, wonderful. So you're pursuing your passion, you're following your dreams, and this is all paying off. And you were so nice to agree to do the African Bodyguard movie and play the role of Tali. How do you feel about his story and what his people had to go through in Senegal?
Yeah, I think it's a very intriguing story, very nice story, which I wasn't only acting, but I was into it. You know, I was like, you know, feeling as if, you know, I'm the one having that kind of experience, not only by, you know, like when they put the camera on me. You know, I felt, you know, it was absorbing me. Yeah. So that was how I felt about it. But I know that they should be proud. You know, it's a good story. It's a very nice story. They should be proud of him.
Exactly. Because, you know, what I was told, and I'll never do this again, be a producer and not be on the set. But you guys went out to like some remote parts of Nigeria where the Fulani people are living. And the Fulani people have always been like real nice people. They move around and go place to place. Some of them, not all. Some people don't really know the history of the Fulani people. The ones in Senegal, they don't want to move around. They want to have their farm and get the government to help them. But so far, the government, you know, hasn't done a lot to help them. So this causes people to get on boats to Europe and do illegal things and to move to different countries. But the ones in Nigeria where you went to do the film, they allowed you, they would, first of all, they wouldn't allow in the beginning the filming. Yeah. And then you spoke to them and you explained to them, you know, this is for our community. Yeah. And they agreed to let you do the filming and even take that stick, a sacred stick, to lead their house. If you watch the movie, viewers, you'll see Jibrin taking a stick. But tell us about that stick that they gave you.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I mean, I was so happy. I was honored, you know, by it. You know, like you know, I really explained to them that
it's a sacred stick, right? It's a sacred stick.
Yeah, it's a sacred stick. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, I told them my mother is Fulani, right? Because they wouldn't allow us, right? They are like, no, because, you know, they told us that there were some musicians that came there. They were painting everywhere in the hall. They were painting all the hall and then trying to tell them that, no, this is our place. You cannot just come here and stop us from, you know, filming our music videos, shooting our music videos. Then I told them, I said, no, me, I'm from your place, you know. Even my mom is Fulani. Then I spoke Fulani to them, and then they realized, they said, wow, okay, so this guy is somebody important to us. You know? Yeah, and I told them the storyline is all about them. Right. You know, it's all about them. Yeah.
So as the universe would have it, you know, some things were just meant to be, right? And so that was just, you know, Tali's story. That's not the end of it. It's actually the beginning of our journey. Because, because now what we are witnessing on the continent is our men standing up, right, fighting back, saying no, and we're changing things. You know, our African men are out there changing the narrative. We're going to tell our own story. We're going to, you know, be in charge of our own resources. And we're going to tell other people, you know, what they're going to pay, all right? Instead of them stealing and robbing left and right and leaving our people on the continent without any work, without any food, you know, without any
abject poverty, for sure. It's true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So now this is breaking news, Jibrin. We're planning to have a reality show where we have,
Wow.
yes, where we have a bodyguard from all 54 nations on the African continent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
I know.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Right. So we want them to enter a reality show where they, display their skills and then be in the movie, the sequel, the next African Bodyguard movie.
Okay, that would be great,
Yes.
actually. Very,
Yeah.
very good. Actually.
So hopefully you'll agree to represent Nigeria.
Yeah, I will for sure, 100%.
But I don't
100%.
know if this is cheating because you're a champion. So
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually, for you to be in a movie, to act in a movie, I feel that that was why I continue with my fighting career. For you to be filmed as a hero, you need to be like somewhat a little bit a hero outside. You know what I'm saying? Like people should know that you are capable of doing that.
Oh, I see.
Understand?
Wonderful.
So meaning that if they are going to be bodyguard, they better have some skills, to back it up.
So
Yeah.
you're the man for the job. So what we're going to do is to have
Yes.
everyone send like a 1-minute video of their style, fighting style, and then we'll have maybe Jay Leo, and a couple other people be the judge whether they're going to be part of the 54. Okay.
No problem. Okay.
And so from there, I was talking to my social media team, and Miriam says she thinks it might be a good idea, if they're single, maybe we could have a dating service connected to this. But there's all sorts of possibilities. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, women wouldn't want, 54 men who can protect them and, and are good looking and young and yeah, I'm sure women are going to go wild for this. So more to come about that. Yes. All right. So what else did I want to tell you? So you're on your way to becoming the GOAT. That means in America, the greatest of all times. I don't know. I'm sure you've
heard. No, I understand.
Right.
Sure.
Right, yeah. But for now, Jay Leo Uche, he's the GOAT, right? The greatest of all time.
He is,
but you're gonna be.
I'm a prospect. Yeah, I'm a prospect.
You're a prospect. Watch out, Jay Leo.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's the GOAT. I give it to him. He is. I'm not the one that gave him, but they give it to him. And 100%. Yeah, he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people.
I'm his product. So.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize how hard he's worked on, training young men in Nigeria and other places, how much he's given. And the fact is he gets no support from the government in Nigeria, no support from the movie industry, because they say it's an action film. He does action films, so they're not, interested in action films. And this is like the most incredible thing. If you see a lot of his movies, when I first met him, my hairdresser referred me to him when I wanted to do a film about Tali's story in Senegal. And when I saw this, I was like, this is fascinating. This is unbelievable. Because we're always watching, Chinese people in their martial arts movies, and they're great. But this was like mind-blowing. And here we are, not getting this type of, how would you say, this type of entertainment, available to us. And we're going to do something about this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very good. Yeah, because, actually, Julio is an exceptional person. They were the pioneers of martial art in Nigeria. I'm telling you. He's one of the pioneers. I mean, he's the pioneer. A young guy like him at his time, defeating all the masters that I knew,
right,
when I was very young, and then I'm becoming, he does things that we think is impossible to do. Even my way of fighting, I took it from him. He's a very He looks, he looks very fair, and he looks very handsome. And when you see him, you say, "Oh, this guy, I'll finish him." But wait till he hits you. He hit like a truck.
Right.
Yeah.
Here he is. This
So,
is you and Jay Leo out there in the remote
yeah.
Fulani village with the Fulani people.
Yeah.
Beautiful people. Look at that. Just, this was my idea before, just live off the grid,
Yeah.
and they say they're from the bush, right? But that's okay. So here's a picture of you. How did you do this scene? Tell us. This looks kind of painful.
Yeah. That's what I said about being capable.
Right.
Like this is nothing compared to what I used to I used to feel when I get hit. So this is nothing compared to what I've gone through. I've gone through so many shit in life. I mean, like even this, I'm a Dambe fighter, and Dambe is the most wild traditional martial art in the world. Especially in Nigeria, here in the north. You see people coming in, no drug test, nothing. People are, this feels like a stone hitting you. It's not like this our small gloves or MMA glove. You can't compare this to MMA glove, because this is more dangerous than MMA glove.
Wow.
So yeah, you have to tie your hand with a kind of thread. The thread is very very thick, and strong, that it makes your fixed become like stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strong. So when you get hit in the skull, the place can open immediately.
Oof. So I'm glad you're still with us after that explanation. But I went to visit my brother Robert in Florida last week, and he says to me, I will now have to do training. My little brother, he bosses me around sometimes. So he says, I now have to do training, and he puts on these big boxer gloves on me. And he's like, come on, we're going to train. And, I had to be out there till I was drenched in sweat. And I was like, falling over. And I'm like, just the gloves alone, these big gloves making me fall over. I can't even imagine, the amount of concentration and precision you would need to, this is absolutely wonderful. The things I can do, I can't do it. A lot of our viewers, I know you can't do this, but we have our African men that are doing it, and we want to bring awareness and attention to them. And because whatever we do as African people, we do it the best. We do it better than all the rest, right?
Sure. Yes, for sure. We are created different. We are created for adversity, overcome.
Yes. Yes.
So
and now we're going to be in our rightful place, be in rhythm, and get the support we need, and continue to support each other. And I want to just, give you my sincere thanks for everything you have done for our franchise and for all of our people. And going forward, I look forward to, more exciting things and doing more projects with you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ma. I have to thank you for the opportunity. You and Jelio, my grandmaster, for you now to, there are so many people that have more talent than I do, but you guys choose me that, okay, you want this guy.
Can't imagine more people.
Yeah, me, I feel that way always. There are so many people that are better than me, everywhere, like even in Nigeria. But I'm blessed to have people like you, they're pushing me forward to the world. Thank you very much. God bless.
Yes, God is so good. So to bring us all together, we didn't know each other, and all of a sudden here we are. We're all working on making progress, working on, changing things in our community and on the continent. So this is historic. There's no other word for it. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. So before we go, I want to let our viewers know to stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, okay? And please follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please send your 1-minute video if you would like to be on the reality show next year and in the next African Bodyguard movie. Please send your video to africanbodyguard2020@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you and judging your video, martial arts only, okay? What type of martial arts? Mixed martial arts. Explain mixed martial arts.
Yeah, mixed martial art. I do, my background was Dembe, then Wushu Kung Fu, which I
Okay.
learned from the student of that's Sifu Friday, Let's Sifu Friday. Yeah, so and then later I went to Muay Thai, kickboxing, and then Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which I'm working on it now, and then wrestling also.
Okay, so if you have skills in one of those areas, viewers, just send your video. We'll take it from there, okay? And so please, please, please come back to see us again soon. And please tell our viewers your final words for today before we end our podcast.
Yeah, okay. So my final word is that, people should stay positive and always strive. Life is not easy. However, wherever you are, especially in Africa, it's not easy. But you keep pushing, never give up. One day, we'll succeed.
Yes,
And
you please continue to succeed, and we celebrate your success. And thank you, viewers, for celebrating African Bodyguard Week with us. Please take a look at the movie that's on this channel that we uploaded. Give us your comments, like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned because Tali from Senegal, he's going to be live with us tomorrow on Thursday. And the GOAT, greatest of all time, African martial arts champion, Jay Leo, will be with us on Friday. So stay tuned, 10 a.m. Eastern, and that was 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Okay, viewers, that would be 2 p.m. GMT. Okay, so see you back here soon.